Leading from the heart takes time, energy, and commitment that we sometimes feel we just don't have. Think of leading from the heart as any good investment. Take the time and make the commitment now and save the time and the money down the road. Leading from the heart benefits the employee, the organization, and the leader. And oftentimes, the outcomes are much greater than if we chose not to lead from the heart. This is Andrea. For her TCP, she is implementing a university-wide video library management tool and changing how her university instructs, leverages, and assesses student learning through media. This may seem like no big deal. After all, who doesn't like collaboration, integrating technology, and improving on what we do? I'll tell you who, people. Contrary to our evolutionary history, people do not like change, even when the change is a requirement for survival. It takes time to collaborate, time that many educators already feel is in low supply. Who has time to learn something new, let alone time to invest their thoughts and suggestions for how this new tool might work? Interdepartmental communication is time-consuming and stressful. There's a reason why any large-scale organization is broken down into departments. It's easier to manage that way. When we ask faculty and staff to build bridges across those great divides, we ask them to go back to the large-scale collaboration and communication model that most organizations are running from. Faculty are experts in their field, have been teaching online for years, and know what their students' needs are inside and out. They feel they already know what's best for them and their students. So what can they possibly learn from this new tool? So with all these challenges, how can Andrea develop stakeholder engagement and drive sustainable transformational change? Well, when we share our vision, we build buy-in. And when we take the time to open lines of communication and build relationships, we get invested stakeholders. Mark Crowley talks about emotional currency as the most powerful motivator for employee engagement. How can Andrea build emotional currency? By leading from the heart. Well, how does that work? How does she do that? According to Mr. Crowley, the decision to engage is made in the workers' hearts, not in their minds. Leaders who lead from the heart care about their team. This includes their well-being and personal growth. Well, that's nice, but how will this help Andrea move forward in her TCP? By opening all lines of communication, upward, downward, and horizontal, and sharing ownership, stakeholders will feel valued, appreciated, and have a deep belief that the work they do matters. By supporting the tool implementation through robust trainings, instructional videos, media resource toolboxes, and in-time support, faculty, students, and staff will feel less overwhelmed and more confident to engage like never before. Well, this all seems so simple. It does, doesn't it? Mr. Crowley even admits that leading from the heart isn't rocket science. It simply makes sense. What is most challenging for leaders like Andrea is to not fall back into bad habits of letting workloads and tight timelines take away from the time it takes to show you care about others. Well, that's some great advice. I think Andrea will be able to take this, move forward, leading from the heart, and truly implement transformational change.
Created using Powtoon.